Korriban, the cradle of the Sith Empire, a planet where power, betrayal, and dark secrets are forged. Today, we dive into the history and key figures that have shaped this world wreathed in darkness. Korriban's history extends back beyond the Sith Empire itself. It is the ancestral home of the Sith race, extending back to the age of the Infinite Empire. The Rakatans intended to use the ancient Sith as slaves for their various projects, but the ancient Sith King Adas drove them from the planet, but the battle cost him his life. After his death, the Sith society crumbled, causing some to leave Korriban for neighboring star systems, leaving nothing but religious fanatics to inhabit a graveyard world. Until the Exiled Jedi arrived. The exiled Dark Jedi were banished from the Jedi Order for their heretical practices and insatiable lust for power. These fallen Jedi, led by the dark and ambitious Ajunta Pall, quickly established dominance over their primitive Sith, proclaiming themselves as Sith Lords.
I had a name once. Ajunta Pall. Yes, that was my name. I was one of many. We were servants of the dark side. Sith Lords, we called ourselves. So proud.
After the fall of Ajunta Pall, many powerful Sith Lords would rise in his wake, but Korriban has birthed more than Sith from its metaphorical womb. One of the Jedi exiled to Korriban was named Karness Mur. When he arrived on Korriban, he became one of the first Lords of the Sith. He began to delve into the dark side of the Force alongside his fellow Lord, Sorza Sin. She would craft for him a powerful relic and call it the Mur Talisman. With it, he would create his first Sith spawn, the Rat Ghouls. Since its creation, the Rat Ghouls have been a scourge on the galaxy. Mur had plans to conquer the entire galaxy with his army of Rat Ghouls, but he was stopped by his rival, Rimulus Drapa. But Mur had bound his Force Ghost to the talisman. As long as it existed, Mur would never truly die. Many Sith rose in the time after Karness Mur, but after the Great Hyperspace War brought an end to the reign of the Sith, they abandoned Korriban, leaving only the tombs in the Valley of the Dark Lords. It would take 1,000 years before it was discovered again by one of the greatest Sith that ever lived, Exar Kun. Led by the ghost of Freedon Nad, he sought out Korriban for knowledge of the ancient Sith. Disciples of Exar Kun constructed the settlement of Dreshdae and the very first Sith Academy. Here, a new age for the Sith began.
The Jedi equate the light with goodness and strength, and the dark with weakness and evil. That is their tradition, and it is truly no surprise that they cling to it for comfort. We, however, do not treat the Force as a burden. We treat it as a gift, a thing to be celebrated. We use it to acquire power over others. And why should we not? Because the Jedi say we should not. We are as the Force is meant to be.
Acolytes studied the Great Lords, participating in dangerous trials, and were pitted against each other, ensuring only the strongest survived. On Korriban, he either emerged a Sith or died broken. For a time, it seemed as if the Sith would only grow in number and in strength, but it was not to last. After the death of Darth Malak, the Academy fell into a civil war. All of the remaining Sith either died or fled the planet. Once again, Korriban was left abandoned.
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, And so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
Korriban seemed empty, but for those who visited, they would soon learn that it was not. The Sith that fell on the surface of Korriban may have died, but their presence in the Force remained. Angry Force ghosts would lash out using their thrall, creatures called Hisses, poisonous, Force-sensitive creatures that were drawn to the suffering and carnage on Korriban. The Hisses ensured that Korriban remained a graveyard for another 1,000 years. The galaxy again believed that the Sith Empire had been destroyed, but again, they were deceived.
SWTOR, what's wrong?
I sense a great darkness.
Sith Empire has returned.
The Great Galactic War would herald the Sith Empire's return to their home world of Korriban. Quickly, they re-established the Sith Academy as part of their expansive war machine. The Galactic War and the Cold War to follow would see more great Sith emerge from its halls, each of them contributing to the planet's ongoing saga of power, betrayal, and dark ambition. Korriban is the dark heart of the Sith Empire. It is more than just a planet. It is a symbol of the Sith's enduring legacy, a place where history is written in blood and power is the ultimate prize. On Korriban, the light is snuffed out. Thank you everyone for watching. If you were intrigued by this video about Korriban, then hit the subscribe button and like the video and comment below which Star Wars location would you like me to cover next. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember, never trust a Hutt, always save the blue Twi'leks, Ritor Shami, and may the Force serve you well.